What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of TeamB Presents. And hope everybody's having a nice night, day, whatever the time you're watching this video. And I'm joined by the Reverend Inspector. What's going on, bruh?
Greetings
Can you hear me?
and salutations. Yeah, I can hear you.
Greetings and salutations. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we were going to be live. Yeah, that's right. I didn't even know we were going to be live tonight.
Oh, you just want? Well, I'm sorry. I should. I thought. I guess I assumed you thought that we were going live. Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, I'm just bored. Ugh, Bill the criminal.
What's up? Finally,
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry for the delay. My I had to clean my PC right quick. It was starting to get spyware and shit like that, and I had to clean it out right quick. Everything was freezing up, so I got that taken care of.
That's right, man.
So sorry for the delay.
Oh yeah, it's cool, man. I'm running that myself.
Try AVG antivirus and see if that'll help you.
Yes, yeah.
And malware bites, that helps also.
Yeah, I got AVG.
Yep.
Downloaded. I just got this computer a couple of months ago, and already I'm getting big warning signs. Hey, you must download this protection software, or your computer's going to crash. I'm like, it's all spyware. You know, it was like, don't call Microsoft about this problem. Call us and give us your credit card information. We'll fix your computer. I was like, this shit should be illegal, but the internet's the wild, wild west. They always got some kind of fucking spyware, spam, trickery on here.
They do. You gotta be careful out there, that's for sure.
Well, that's how they stick you. They try to bundle up and want you to get this kind of virus protection. Then they'll say, well, you need this on top of that. Like when I was telling you about ad block, plus, it's just malware. I mean, even though it will block, it's like I was telling you the other day when you were trying to watch. If you watch a stream, those pop-ups will be on there. Now it'll block them, but it's got that malware and spyware in it as well. And like when I told you about back when I was doing advanced system care, remember that old one I was using? Well, so I don't use that anymore. I was talking to my friend. He's like, look, you don't need none of that stuff. If you got Windows Defender, that's a pretty decent one. That's your own automatic Windows one. He said that's pretty good, if nothing else. But he said just don't be adding all that stuff because they'll tell you it blocks this and it blocks that, but really all it does is cause extra malware to your computer, and that's definitely what you don't want to need.
Yeah, especially with a new computer, man. So I got to get all that shit straight. So far, I got it under control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, man?
Not too much. Just woke up from a nap, so fell asleep. I had to. I was up all night last night. I did my YouTube show, and I was just watching YouTube and watching some Netflix, Hulu, watch Raw and stuff like that. And I was just up all fucking night. And then I slept for like 3 hours, and then I took a nap tonight, try to catch up. That's how it goes. So when the weekend gets here and I go back to work, I'll be half here. I'll be like, I'll be about out of it by then probably.
Oh yeah.
I know this past Sunday when I was working, man, I was just on autopilot. I was just tired, man. All that partying we did Saturday night, man, all the hoes we had over and shit. No, I'm just playing, but we had fun though. But damn, man, I can't be doing that stuff no more. I got to go to bed, man, at a reasonable hour. And it wasn't that. I was on the couch and I just couldn't fall asleep. Then I go outside, have a smoke or whatever, and people walk by, I'm just laughing at them because they were just talking about all kinds of gibberish stuff, and I'm like, okay. They couldn't see me, and I thumped a cigarette butt at them and walked back in your house. That was pretty funny. But next thing you know, it was 5 a.m. I was like, oh shit, I got to get up. But yeah, other than that, everything's normal. But hey, Raven Inspector, you gonna try to meet up with so and so tomorrow or Friday or?
Nah, man, she's She's already in bed right now. She's going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she's going to leave at 5, and she's going to be on her way here. So she'd probably show up about 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and we already got a hotel room down pat. So we'll be together for the next 4 days, and she'll be leaving sometime on Monday. So technically, I guess you could say close to 5 days. But yeah, so I got my stuff packed up and everything. I'm off work. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm probably gonna try to play hooky for Friday, so I can still have, even though I would be going in later because of classes and all that stuff, down. So I want to be able to try to spend every waking moment that I can with her. So I'll be with her Saturday and Sunday, and some on Monday. I'll be with her tomorrow, and work it out for Friday as well. Well, she knew all about this stuff before she even decided to come. About me with school and work and all of that. So, yeah, it'll be exciting and nervous at the same time, when we meet up tomorrow. But, hey.
Yeah, it'd be worth it, man.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you were kind of nervous about it.
A little bit.
I would be, but, that, in a good way. Be nervous / excited about it. But as soon as y'all meet, everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. About 10 minutes is all they'll probably need. The nerves will get there, they'll build up, and then they'll start to just go away. So you'll be fine. Give you about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Butterflies will go away.
Yeah.
They go away.
Once you get to talking and the flow of stuff, because that's the big thing. When you first see eye to eye, all those nerves get together, and then finally when you get to talking and stuff, and it's finally like, whew, got that out of the way. Then it's smooth sailing from there. So,
yeah. That's true, because, she and I have been talking ever since, we kind of really met and started talking and became friends, and then became more than that, like, sometime around April. So we've been talking and seeing each other on Skype and talking on the phone and texting and, talking on Facebook and all this stuff ever since. So we've gotten to know a lot about each other, and it's been happening every single day from, like, the time we wake up to the time we go to bed. So we definitely have learned a lot about each other, and it's just a matter of getting the whole physical aspect out now of us. Oh, hey, here we are physically, and we're hanging out. We know about each other, but we're getting to know more about each other and hanging out and seeing each other and things like that of that nature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm very happy for you. I hope everything works out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I do too.
Long overdue, man. Yeah, you're a good person. You work hard, and and long overdue for a good relationship, I think. Yeah. You treat her right. Yep.
That's right.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it needs to look fresh enough, man. Once you get that first day, first time out of the way, everybody's is always different. My stupid thing was, I got off into a bad one with mine because I got lost getting there to meet her. I got lost. I got using the GPS. Wasn't a good thing. So. But it turned out pretty good, so I'm pretty sure yours is going to do as well. It's the same way. Everybody's is always different, but yet they're still the same. You get that physical aspect out of it, like you were saying. You're going to be just fine, dude. You're going to be just as comfortable because when everything gels together, man, it's kind of like you're just flowing together. You just have that one little missing piece of the puzzle, and once you put that together, everything's going to be pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah. When she gets here, I'm gonna take her to a couple places down around the beach area that I know that she would probably like to check out, and just kind of really get out and just hang out with one another. It's like you're gonna have that time where you go out in public and go and do things together, but you're also gonna have like your personal time with each other, where you're just hanging out or watching movies or playing games or just sitting, looking at each other right in the face and just talking. Yeah,
that's right.
So
you can look at her and say, "That's right." That's right.
Every time I've done that, she's laughed her ass off. She gets tickled at the littlest of things, man. It's funny. She's mature and she's honest and all this stuff, but she acts really playful as well. She acts funny. She'll even say herself, she's like, yeah, I act like a kid sometimes, and she does. She'll just giggle at the littlest of things, and but she's really mature about things at the same time. So it's good to have that balance. It's good to have that fact that you're an adult and you're mature and you know about these things in life and you've learned from these things in life and whatnot. At the exact same time, you still retain those childlike qualities of who you were as a kid, and I guess to me, I feel like it can make you live longer, and it can, keep wrinkles off your face.
It does. You're talking wisdom. She's full of wisdom.
Yeah.
When you can be mature and not lose that inner child, that's very important to having a long life and so on and so forth. So yeah, she sounds very wise. That's why I try to be playful in life sometimes. Try to do things. I try not to take life too seriously all the time. Just chill out. Be in the present moment, things like that.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. Because she's and another good thing is like she's a very open-minded person as well. So that really helps, because it's like when you really get around an open-minded person, you can talk to them about anything, you can discuss anything with them, you can be upfront and honest with them about like anything and everything, and it just really helps. Especially it helps with the flows of conversation. It's not like you're just stuck on one or two or three different paths in terms of what you're going to discuss. You have a multi-branching story path. You can choose choices where you want to go and talk about this and that and the other.
That way you can say, turn it off, but it's all right. You turn it off, but it's all right.
I've said that to her a few times too.
Yeah.
But that as well started laughing her butt off. So
I don't agree, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Well, have y'all? Is she someone? Is she someone from a town, or is she more of a country person, or from the city? Because how sometimes different people can click in different environments, but once they get into another one, it can always
what the piss? I don't know what happened. The daggone computer said it went to sleep. I'm like, the damn thing didn't go to sleep. It's been awake the whole freaking time.
Right.
Anyways, I apologize that I fell out. What were we talking about?
Oh, I was asking if your friend is she someone that's like from a rural area like we are, or is she like from the city, or like that environment?
It's kind of funny. You can almost say she's probably kind of in between, because she's kind of in a rural kind of area, but she's like 45 minutes to an hour away from Atlanta. So you're kind of judging in between distance there. She's kind of because she's been to Atlanta, she's been around Atlanta, and she's been out of Atlanta. So I guess she has like a mixture of both of those worlds.
She's cultured. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because if you like, me and Brandon was talking about this girl I was talking to from Fayetteville. She came down here, dude, and she was like, she didn't like this kind of area because it was nothing like Fayetteville. But I'm like, this is a small area. I'm talking about that redheaded girl, the one I was telling you about, Brandon.
Yeah, you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, dude, we talked, but she wasn't used to this kind of area because, it was a low, it was an urban area. It wasn't sort of like, it wasn't like Wilmington or Charlotte or Fayetteville, but it was kind of like, she was like, well, this isn't like Fayetteville. This is like what I'm used to, and some don't like that. And yeah, she was like, just like that, dude. Yeah. But, it's good if she can kind of relate to where you're from, because it's like I've told anybody I've talked to as well, when I'm talking to them, this ain't, if people are like, well, hey, let me come visit you and stuff, I'm like, look, you may not want to come around here to visit. You may want to, if I suggest, if you want to come and visit, let's go to the beach or visit at the beach. You don't want to come here because literally, dude, like and Brandon does, there's nothing here to do,
Yep.
Everything's moved away. Bowling, the movies, everything's left. So if somebody comes here to visit, they're going to be disappointed.
Just hang out in the Walmart parking lot all night.
Yeah.
That's what people do. Let's go hang out in the Walmart parking lot and talk about shit. I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, I would pay for Miss Wayne to come here just to see the look on her face, because she'd be like, she'd just be surprised by that, because she lives on an island/city that's probably about to go in the ocean, and let her come to B-Town, and I just like to see the look on her face. I'm like, come on, you're supposed to be a Buddhist. At least your grandparents were. You're supposed to appreciate these small things. You say, I'm not buying that. I'll sell it, and she'll leave. But I'll pay to see that expression on her face. As long as I get it on camera, it'd be hilarious. The different culture, And probably spoiled ass motherfuckers.
But see, they got that's why I always am very informative about where I'm at. They're like, because I've talked to people and they're like, you just don't want me to come see, and I'm like, that's not it. I'm trying to be honest with you to let you know how this area is, so you don't get disappointed you get here, you know, because this, you know, where I'm at, you know, and Brandon knows this, you know, it's not a bad area, but it's just, you know, this ain't the kind of place you want a girl to come visit you that's from somewhere else that, you know, that's not, you know, not familiar with this area.
It's for relaxed people, I think. But what I'm going to do, like, if I ever talk to that Zyro girl, because she wants to come over here and visit me, and that's tempting. But what I'm going to do, I'll just record my house, and I'll send it to her. I'll be like, could you stay here? I'll give her a preview. I'm like, could you live here? You know, I mean, that's the only rational thing I can do. I'm like, this is my house, take it or leave it. You know, that's it. And then she'll say, I'll pass, and then I'll move on, like I do.
Just prepare them. That's all you got to do is make sure they're familiar with your area, and then you can say, well, hey, you can't act, oh my God, where am I at? You know, you can't act shocked because I've already told you where you're at. I've already gave you a description. I'm like, you thought I was lying, but, you know, I'm trying to be honest with you, and that's what you got to do, man. As long as they know it, then they can't blame shit on you when, you know, if something don't work out right. You're like, well, if you're not used to this area, I'd already told you what this area was like. I was already honest with you and everything.
Hey, funny story. My YouTube show I just did, there's a clip in there of these girls that came down here from Fayetteville.
I seen that.
Yeah, they came in my house. They went out there in the spot, and they said, "Oh my God, is Jason Voorhees here?" Because they, you know, all the woods and everything, which all that stuff's gone now. But I still live in the country. But they was like, "Where's Jason Voorhees at?" And they were serious. They were scared. You know, they thought like a boogeyman was going to get them or something. I said, "Girl, you're completely fine with me. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you." She's like, "Yeah, you probably seen Jason a few times." I said, "No, Jason's a fictional character." And she said, "Well, there's still boogeyman out there." I said, "No," I said, "Ain't nothing like that." I said, "Ain't nothing down here, a bunch of squirrel hunters." I said, "You'd be okay." So that didn't work out, but yeah, she didn't like Bolton too much, them girls. And that's sad because one of them was the one I was talking to, she was alright, you know.
Well,
she said I was a nice guy, but she wanted a rapper type guy. And I said, "Well, I can't do that." I said, "I got an education."
That's right.
But that's why I was asking Raven, Spetter, if he had talked to his friend and, you know, kind of, if she's kind of familiar with that kind of area, because it's not so bad when you date girls around this area that know it, because they already live in it and expect it, but it's those that are far away that you have to kind of really inform. That's why I was asking him, you know, if he had, you know, discussed, you know, what kind of area was she from, if she was, you know, if she was familiarized with this area so that they really don't get too disappointed and where we're, you know, get disappointed when it comes down to this type of area. It's not a highly populated area, and it's not, you know, a very richly area anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, because another thing is, considering the fact that I had mentioned before about her kind of being in between with her being in like a rural area, I actually think, at least from what I've seen, I mean, obviously I don't know the area really where she's in except for when she has me on Skype and she's driving down the road or something and I'm looking out her windows. But it's like, it looks like it's a little bit bigger than compared to what we're used to, but it still looks like it's just like a normal town type of area. But considering the fact that, you know, we live in the rural areas like this, you go and you look like hour or two east of us, or hour and a half east of us, you got Wilmington, you got the beach, you got North Myrtle Beach, and that's like a whole new world compared to where we are now. So it's kind of like we're in between both of those worlds too.
Yeah, you're lucky because you're close to Myrtle Beach, and that's, you know, that's a good place. A lot of people, you know, love Myrtle Beach and visit Myrtle Beach, so that's good. You got that in your favor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us something to do. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Women love the beach. I love the beach too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If ain't up to sightseeing, as you about like me now, you know, well, I'm about like you. I don't like the heat too much. I remember them times we went to the beach.
I'm so glad it's getting cooler, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love it so freaking much. I can walk outside naked right now.
Oh, I do.
It feels good, man. It feels good on our lower extremities. It really does. It feels real good. Mm-hmm. Make my pee-pee do like that, which sounds good.
Like that.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, just rub it, keep it warm, it'll be all right. It'll be.
No, I don't want to do that, no, because that gets me in trouble. I just looked up my old friend Slim on Facebook, the one that pops up in my my episodes, my older clips. That motherfucker, he done got kids now, and he ain't slim no more. I'm not picking on him, but man, it's just amazing how people change, and after 10 years or so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But it just keeps things in perspective when time how time flies, because I've looked up people I used to go to school with and stuff and how they changed up, man. But just time flies quick, it really does.
I had a couple of friends I went to high school with last week because I ran into them in the grocery store, and they was like, "Hey, you on Facebook?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll send you a friend request." And it's amazing how people have kids and grow up and stuff like that after a stretch of time, But it happens to us at different times when we're ready. But better them than me. But anyway, I brought that up for a reason. I forgot now. But anyway, let's move on.
Well, it's not so bad. I'm just amazed at how. I was looking like these females tonight that were. I went on to like one of the sites and stuff, man. It some of these sites they get these people that dress like they get these people that have these profiles up, and they look at you and they'll have a woman's profile picture, but yet they're guys, and I'm kind of curious as to like why are all these guys, because they'll highlight their picture, it'll be a real girl's picture, not a model now, a real girl's picture, but when you highlight over the picture, it'll say so and so male 31 so and so. And I'm like, I don't get these sites, man. I just wish they would revamp a lot of these sites and stuff, man, because like you and I've been talking about, man, it's just they're just, Facebook is just totally horrible. You really can't do too much dating on there or finding anybody really relatively
right. It's not like Wild West MySpace days,
Yeah, it's kind of like a pin to tail.
Like, are you sure you know this person? And a lot of times I know the person. We have mutual friends and things like that, and I still can't send a friend request. And I actually know the person. Well, I just send them a message. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But and every time I get a friend request from a pretty girl, it turns out to be some kind of spam or or somebody like that. So usually I'm very skeptical about that anyway. Some beautiful girl wants to add me. Yeah, right. And I go to her profile, and there's no post, just a picture, and I read the comments, and guys are like, "Hey, thanks for adding me. Hey, thanks for adding me." So it's a trend of that. So I'm like, okay, she's obviously fake. Probably trying to get my personal information or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, unless they're not from Nigeria, some Nigerian princess wanting to date you. I had those, dude, and this was back in, Yahoo was the worst for that. I got the worst of Yahoo because this girl added me. She looked good, but she was like trying to add me on there, and then she started talking to me for a week. It was regular talk, but then she was like, "Well, my dad's over here. He's from the army. My mom's here, and all." And then she was like, "Well, we run this little store," and then she was like, all of a sudden, "Well, I would like to video chat with you, but I don't have a webcam." Then they start getting in asking you for money. And don't you just love when that happens? They start asking you for the money.
I got a friend request from somebody like that on Facebook. I was skeptical of it. I sent her or him, whatever it was, a message. I said, "Hey, I ain't got no money. I'm on unemployment. Leave me alone."
Don't give nobody shit.
Yeah. I said, go bother somebody else.
That's how I say, you know what? I'm not going to give you arms and legs. Go out and get a freaking job. Go out and make some money.
Yeah.
Don't steal your ass on the street. Do something. You're going to make your own damn money. It don't say First National Bank on my forehead, and it never will.
Right.
I'm not an ATM machine. I'll let some people know that straight out, man. I just like people. Who the hell's texting me? For real? Oh, okay. No, seriously, man, seriously. This is the way that I see it, because I've dealt with people like this in my life. I've dealt with family members like this in my life. I've dealt with friends like this in my life, or past friends or whatever. I really do hate people that try to be just freaking bums on you. I really do hate that. Right. You have these people, they never try to put any effort in nothing in their life. They never try to do anything for themselves. They never try to find a job. They never try to go to school. They never try to do nothing, but they just try to be just bum-ass people to try to get anything they can out of people, and it pisses me off to no end, dude. Seriously, you can only give and give and give to someone that you care about to the point, and they just take and take and take and take, and then you just have to cut them off. You just say, you know what? It's your life. You have to live it the way that you want to live it. Obviously, you're not living it the right way, but I ain't got nothing to do with you anymore because you're doing nothing but draining me dry. I care about you. I love you, but you're just a bum, plain and simple. You got this narrow-minded vision of you just want to take and take and take from somebody, and it's terrible. It boggles your freaking mind, man. Seriously.
I had a neighbor who stayed. I hear an echo. Okay, there we go. I had a neighbor. When Bear moved out, he started renting out his house back there, and there was this dude that moved in there. He come knocking on my door every fucking day. Hey man, can I borrow some salt? Hey man, can I borrow some pepper? And finally I said no, because I said every time I loan you salt or pepper, you don't bring the shit back. He's like, hey man, you got some Kool-Aid? I said, I ain't got shit. Don't come up here no fucking more. Quit using my goddamn whatchamacallit out there, my pump house. Quit using my fucking water out there, dude. He was out there drinking water out my fucking pump house. I said, dude, I said, you touch my water again, I'm calling 911 on your punk ass. I can't fight you, but I'll take your ass to court. Leave my shit alone. That's my property.
That is messed up, dude.
And he finally left. He went back to prison where he belongs. That way he can get 3 meals a day and lay on his ass.
3 meals in a cot.
That's right.
Well,
I couldn't stand that shit. I had to put it in. I could tell he was using me, taking advantage of me. So I had to put my foot down with that. You know, hey, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? And I was like, no. And then he come. I wouldn't even answer the door. He's like, won't you answer the door? I said, because I don't want to talk to you.
The hell out of here.
I said, we got 2 people. We got, I got neighbors on the right, and neighbors on the left. I said, won't you go ask them for salt and pepper? Well, you got to come ask me for it.
So sing some salt and pepper for him.
Dude, I would not care. I love helping people, but damn, if I'm going to give you my salt, bring the shit back. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Just give him half a cup. That's all he needs.
He's got his hand open and said, hey, here's the salt I borrowed from you the other day.
I give him the little salt shaker thing. He can sprinkle it on his little food and then bring it back to me.
Simple.
Yeah.
I just bring his meal to the door and just salt it right there at the door and then go back.
Yeah, go get your plate and bring it here.
And then his power got cut off. Progress Energy.
Dude, I don't believe you.
They turned his power off. And this motherfucker going to come knocking on my door talking about, hey, man, can I run a drop cord to your pump house and have power? It's freezing. I said, dude, I can't help you. You run up my fucking light bill. How you going to pay me for it? I said, no. I said, you plug into my pump house, I'm calling the law.
Yep.
And he didn't fuck with it. But yeah, his power went out. He had a 100-foot drop cord to my pump house, about to plug it in. He's like, hey man, can I use your power? I said, hell no. This shit was funny, man. I mean, it's funny looking back on it, but it was, this motherfucker had he ghetto as hell, had a drop cord out there to my, hey man, I need to use your power, man. My lights got turned out. I'm like, well, go pay your bill.
Oh my gosh, that is messed up, dude. Seriously.
I told him, I said, go get a generator or something. I know that's loud, but hell, I can't give you no power. My neighbors ain't gonna give you no power. Go buy you a fucking generator or something. I don't know. Get you a kerosene. It was winter time. I said, get you a kerosene heater. That's all you got to do. I know it's expensive, but shit, what else can you do?
Yeah.
But he went back to prison where he belongs. So
you ain't got to worry about electricity anymore.
Ass rape, 24, all that stuff, man. He's set now.
3 meals in a cot and a cock.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have said that.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. People will bum off of you as long as you allow them to, and if you're not careful, hopefully it's not somebody that you that you love, because I had to deal with my ex that way, and she left me $19,000 in debt. So
it's bad when an ex leaves, but usually an ex is a good learning lesson, but that's bad when it messes you up financially. That's kind of fucked up financially.
Yeah, it's just like a bad butt fuck. You just never get no enjoyment out of it, and it's just you get caught up in the ass in the end. So that's exactly what happened to me, man. $19,000 in debt dealing with this person now, and I'm trying to work off to pay them back. So be careful.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's definitely the truth. I've always been a person though. When it always comes, it's like when it always comes to let's just talk about money for example. When it comes to me with money, I mean, I'm always a person where I'd like to help people. I would like to be there for them, with friends, family, whatever. Not a complete stranger because I don't know what they're gonna do with my money. They're gonna go buy drugs or booze or cigarettes or some shit. I don't know. But I mean, the thing is, I just want to be able to really be conservative with my money and things. I mean, I got responsibilities. I got bills I pay. I got food I buy. I got gas I put in my car. I do all of that just like any normal red-blooded American male does. But the thing is, when I want to go and get something, I go get something for myself or whatever, But I'm not the type of person where I'm gonna spend and give and do all of that. I'm always looking for a deal too. I'm always looking for deals, regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, and another thing, you can always really tell in a person's actions and their words. I know they always say actions speak louder than words, which is true, but you can always listen to their words really well and kind of know where they're coming from and see where their mindset is on exactly what they're trying to get out of you. And I've been there before, and
you can see it. Yeah. Hey, you remember a couple of years ago when I was drawing unemployment? I think I borrowed $100 from you. Then I paid you right back. Remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and just like when Bill might spot me 10 once in a while, or vice versa, and we always help each other out because we trust one another. We don't have no agenda. It's legit. When I needed to borrow that 100, that was legit. I paid you right back as soon as I could.
Mm.
That was legit. And I appreciate you helping me, Rabbit Inspector, at the time, because I forget what it was. It might have been the light bill or something, but
I think it was.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because I was, on unemployment, about to go back to work, and I was just getting behind. And I said, dude, if you spot me 100, I will pay your ass right back. You helped me out, and that's stuff like gratitude like that. I never forget things like that. Yeah. Bill helps me, I help him. Whenever's needed, we all stick together.
It kind of really makes me feel bad though, like when somebody you really know, like what I say before, like friends and family, somebody you really know about who you isn't a person who always comes and asks you and bug you all the time, and you know what type of person they are. Yeah, it makes me feel bad where I'm like, dang man, I got to do something to help this person out. I can't be letting them go through something like this.
It's all about choices that people make. And knowing what their situation is, to whether you can help them for a little bit of time, and it's okay. But if that person's never going to make any kind of leeway in helping themselves, you ask Brandon. Remember Walmart, that woman Brandon the other night? Woman that walked by. Well, I walked by her. She asked you about the I looked at this woman. I could tell that she was on drugs or something. And she wasn't going to do anything.
Why else would she come up and talk to us all friendly like she's our best friend or something?
Yeah, dude.
That's why I gave her $1 and told her to piss off.
I walked by her. I already knew what she was about. I just walked on by her. Brandon talked to her there, and I heard him when I was walking by. But it's just
I was in a talkative mood. She's like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" I said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "What you need? Some money? You struggling?" I said, "Here's $1. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. I have more than I was like, here's $1. Leave me alone." But usually I don't do that. I was just in a really friendly mood and shit like that. And she kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I'll admit that. But I didn't give her my fucking money. I gave her $1. That dollar probably made her night. She might have been sick. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. She should be more responsible and maybe change her life for the better. But yeah, man, it was funny as hell because you was all down 2 aisles. I said, "Where'd Bill go?" She's like, hey. I said, "Look," I said, "I gave you $1. That's it. I ain't giving you nothing else. Get out of here, you bum." I started talking like Rocky. I said, "Here's $1. Get a job, you bum." And I was like, "Where the hell Billy go?"
I wasn't about to stick around that because when I seen her coming, I was like, I already knew.
And it's fair. I'm not used to seeing that in Whiteville. I'm used to seeing that in Leland and Wilmington, but I'm not used to seeing that shit in Whiteville. It might have been because of the time of night we were there too.
Right.
I'm not used to seeing that, in Whiteville.
Well, it just varies on people. Like if you work and you do your thing, you know, and you need something. If I can help, I help. I believe and trust in him. Same thing, Ravenous Bear. If I could help him, I'm pretty sure he would you or us or anything else, because we know each other, we know how things go. But there's just some people who just don't really know, and if you see that they're not trying to make any progress, there's no help in trying to help those that aren't willing to help themselves. If they're not going to make any kind of effort to help, then there's no sense in you, because all you're doing is enabling it to the next time, and to the next time, to the next time. And as I've learned over the past, you can't enable things like that to happen. You just have to end up cutting them loose and letting them go ahead on and find it out their own way, because you can't help them every single time they're going to need that. You know, it's kind of like a dog. When he goes up to your house, you feed him, he's going to run away. He's going to come right back because, you know, he knows you fed him before. And if you keep feeding him, he's going to keep constantly coming back and hanging around your house. And you don't want that to happen.
That's true. Yeah. Right. But yeah, if I'm in Walmart in Leland or Wilmington, I'm very guarded. I don't speak to nobody. It's just usually Whiteville's a very, you know, I know a lot of people in Whiteville. It's very, you know, a little small community. We're all very friendly with each other. I just wasn't expecting that, you know. But, but yeah, I remember when I was in Wilmington, dude, you would see that shit all the time. And I would just, you know, I had a guy come up to me. He was like, "Hey man, can I use your cell phone?" I said I would, but I left it with the wife. He's like, "Oh." I said, "Go ask somebody else over there. I don't have it." You know, I shouldn't have did that, but he left me alone. You know, it was midnight. I had to run to Walmart in Leland instead of Whiteville. You know, either way. And this motherfucker's like, "Can I use your cell phone? It's an emergency." I said, "Damn, I don't even have it with me. The wife's got it. I'm sorry. Go ask that person over there." He could my phone and ran off with it. That was quick reflexes, I mean. But
yeah, that's true, man.
To avoid getting in a fight or anything, I'm just like, "Hey, I don't have it with me. Go ask somebody else."
It's just like a couple of days, well, not a couple of days ago. Actually, this was probably like a few weeks ago or something. I was in a Walmart parking lot, and I was getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden, this woman pulls up beside of me. She's like, "Hello, sir. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I am completely out of gas, and I don't have any gas money or anything like that. Is there any way you could give me some money?" And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say it. I'm thinking, well, why in the hell are you out here driving if you know you ain't got enough gas to be able to go nowhere with? Seriously, you should be able to judge how much gas you have in your tank and how long it's going to take you to get point A from point B. If you ain't got gas in your tank, you don't need to be taking your ass anywhere. So I just went ahead and told her, I said, "Nope." I said, "It's all in my bank." And that was, I had some in my wallet, but that's my damn wallet, and that's fine. All the rest of it's in the bank. So I wasn't lying.
Right, and if you run into somebody that's sincere about it, you don't know if there's any merit to it. You don't even know if they're being honest or not.
You seriously don't.
She could have been legit, but you don't have no way to prove that. You know, she can't prove that she's being legit. She could just be a hustler. You never know. Like them homeless people, you see with the signs, you're like, are they just begging for money, or are they really homeless? You just can't tell nowadays.
I'm just not going to go and just give money to just some random person that comes up to me. I'm like, I don't freaking know you. Like, for example, if I'm driving down the road and I see somebody walking beside the road, if I know who that person is, if it's somebody from work, or well, it depends on who it is. It depends on who it is from work.
Yeah.
Do what?
I said, if I'm broke down, hey, Ravenous back there, hey. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pick them up or whatever. Otherwise, I'll just drive by with a middle finger out the window if it's somebody I don't like from work. Never mind, I'm not going. But anyways, yeah, seriously, like if it's somebody that I know, obviously I'm going to try to help out. You know, it's like, man, I ran out of gas. Man, I'll take you to the gas station. I'll bring you back. You know, or spot a few dollars here and there, whatever. Just some random person just pop up and saying something to you. It's like you said, you just don't know. You know, if we were blessed with being psychics, then we would be able to know what was going on with people. But that's just not the case, and it's sad, but it's true. To quote Metallica, "That betrayal." Yeah.
You gotta call Cleo the psychic for all that, dude. For $5 a minute, she'll tell you your whole future and what to avoid.
Yeah.
Why haven't you called her yet, man? I mean, it's only $5 a minute. She tell you everything, you know.
$1,000 in the hole later.
Yeah. Well, James Randi put her ass to rest. That's for sure. Because she's a fraud. A fraud. We don't like frauds.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, you know, with appearance too, man. You can pretty much tell. Some dude's coming up to you and he's got alcohol on his breath. You kind of figured, hey, dude's going to want another drink a little bit. what he's wanting to do with it. That's what he's going to do with it. I mean, right now, that woman we passed, that's why, Raven, I didn't even look at her. I caught her the corner of my eye, saw what she looked like with 3 teeth in the front of her mouth. I already knew right then she was somebody's on cracker on truck or something, and I walked right on by her, dude. I didn't even stop.
Dude, I thought that was one of my co-workers for a second. One of my old That's when she caught me off guard because she tapped me on the shoulder, and I've worked with all kinds of people throughout the year. I was like, oh, co-worker or something. I was like, I know you. She's like, because she's like, hey, what's going on, buddy? I said, hey, not much. I said, what you want? Because I knew she wanted something else when she speak. Because immediately I was like, okay, I don't recognize her. You know, and then I look, and Bill, he done disappeared. I said, shit. I said, damn. I said, you know, I don't blame him. Bill was gone, man.
I wasn't trying to leave you, bud. I was just trying to.
Oh,
I knew what she was after. I was just laughing. And
I even told her that. I said, my friend over. I said, don't even ask my friend over there. He don't even have no money. I said, he broke it.
That sounds like something I do. I run off.
I said, that's all I got. I'll give you $1 because I feel sorry for you, but that's it. Don't even ask Bill because he ain't got shit. He's broker than me. You remember that?
Yeah, and I heard you say that. I'm like, damn, I'm pushing the grocery cart too.
I saved both our asses that night.
Well, dude,
I done told her in advance that you don't have no money not to fuck with you, even though you do have money. I was just telling her that. That was hilarious. That'd be like if me and Ravenous was in the store and we had a homeless person. I'd be like, I ain't got it. Don't even ask him. He don't even have a job. You know, that's just our way out of it.
That'll work.
Well,
I'm like, no, he's just a banker. All his money's in the bank. All he does is he's traditional. He writes checks, and he's not going to write you a check. He don't know you like that. Leave us alone.
But
you know, I got a taser on me, too, so don't fuck with me. Or I could say, hey, I'm the police. Don't mess with me.
Tase him in the butthole. Over and over. That's from a song.
Dude, I wasn't even going to say nothing to her, man. I heard you say that, but I just kept on going. I was like, I'm not going to do it because any dudes come up to me and say, hey, man, you got him? I'm like, look, all I ever say is, look, I ain't got it, man. You know, I just don't got it. And I go ahead on. I don't waste no time, man, because no matter what they want, you know, they're talking about, hey, man, which way you go? Oh, yeah, get this. The other day it was raining, and I went. I think it was Saturday. I went to the store to get something, to pick up something, a couple drinks from the store to come on back to the house. And I was out, and it was raining hard too, man. And this dude was like, "Hey, man, look, how you doing? God bless you. I need to ride to Wilmington." I'm like, buddy, I stay right down this road here. I said, I'm not going to Wilmington. Well, you got any spare and chained up, buddy? I just used the last of my change in there. I ain't got it. Oh, all right, man. Thanks. God bless you, man. God bless you. I was like, okay, man. All right.
Well, when they say God bless you first, you know they want something.
Yeah.
God bless us all. Hey, by the way, you got $5?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just a trick, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's like a mental trick where they try to be like, hey, I'm a Christian type of person, but can I have some money?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
get it from the church. Go to the church and get it out that pot, man. All that money you donated, if you're a real Christian, is what I would say.
Dude, man,
talking my way out of it.
That's
Go
bull.
around the church.
Okay, but they play on that. That's why people will use religion to play to your sympathies. You remember, Brandon, when I read that letter to you from Sweet Pea? She wrote that message she wrote to me and said about Grandma and God forgives and all that stuff. Remember I was reading
that? Yeah, that's just sympathy tactics to get back to life. Yeah.
That's what you try to use. God say God forgives. God's about forgiveness. May God bless you. God bless your grandma. All that stuff, man. Trying to play. It didn't make it any better. It made it worse, man. Made me even more ticked off that she would even insult my intelligence to put that there to begin with.
Yeah, you should have said, well, God hasn't forgiven you. I just said that. Go back to the hell where you came from. Go away, Satan. Yeah.
Go back here, Satan. We don't need you in here no more. Get out of here. Yeah. Get on out of here.
I ain't bothered with that.
Out of your satanic ways. Yeah.
I ain't bothered that woman no more. I wouldn't even break my breath to say anything to her.
Shoot you with a super soaker full of holy water right in the face.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Be gone, demon. It's just like Jim Carrey did in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I have exorcised the demons. Losers. Losers.
I would have been like, girl, you need therapy bad. Leave me the fuck alone. You know?
Well, hey, she was going to it, but you know,
that religious stuff ain't gonna have no effect on me anyway from an ex. So I'll just be like, hey, you know, just leave me alone. You know, use them tactics on somebody else.
Dude, it's all it is. It's not really even religion because she quit even going to church when I was going to church. She quit going to church. I almost quit going. Yeah. It's so you just try to throw that stuff in there to try to hit her soft side. She had to be out of her mind to think anything that she could say or do was actually gonna want me to actually give her another chance. That it's not happening. You know, I'm not gonna fall into that. So yeah,
that's right.
It ain't gonna work. Oh, guess what, dude? 3 more months. 3 more months. I got 3 more.
Nice.
And I got the bad thing was, though, they told me when I typed my message in, my card redemption in, that I had an error. So I had to end up calling Sony PlayStation to find out about my card because they told me I had an error on their card. You know, tried to say, you know, and I'm like, I typed it in again. Then it said that the card wasn't valid. So
must have been their network screwed up.
Yeah, I was about to say the network issues. Yeah, I punch it in on the Vita just to be on the safe side when I get one like that.
Well, see, yeah, I could have done the PlayStation, but see, I went ahead and logged into the site because I was getting on the computer anyway, and I just logged it in, you know, and then I called the girl. She sounded like she was I know I don't want to sound racist, the Oriental origin.
She what? Oh, she was Asian?
Yeah.
Asian? Oh man, you should have gave her my number. No, I'm just playing.
And she was real nice. You know, what she did was she got my information and she looked in and then she's like, "Well, sir, it's already activated." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's showing as not activated on my line. It's not even showing that. It's not even. It's saying it expires on the 11th." So she went through and she said, "No, you're good back until January." So I said, "Okay." So I'm good for 3 more months now. So if I get a PlayStation 4 by Christmas, I've got a boatload of games to get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, PlayStation Plus. I forgot that the new games came out yesterday.
I wasn't impressed by the games, to be honest with you.
Dude, this is one thing that I found out what they were, and it's like, okay, you've only got 2 games here. That's only for one system, PS4. I'll admit, I kind of wanted to try Super Meat Boy out just to see how much it would blow my brain in half. But I've also wanted to try Broken Age because of the fact of it being like this story-driven adventure game. I'll try both of them and see what's what. But still, it upsets me because there wasn't anything out for Vita. There wasn't anything out for PS3. What's up with that? Seriously, why is it that Sony isn't putting something out for all of their platforms? I don't give a crap if the Vita is supposed to be in legendary status or whatever the piss they said they were going to put it in. It doesn't matter. It's still relevant. It's still valid. You're probably still going to have people put games out on it, just not the AAA variety.
Yeah, it was getting free games every month. I don't know.
Well, they didn't say that PlayStation 3 they stopped making it in India or somewhere like that. That's what I read. The other day they were stopping production of the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I forgot what country it was. I saw a video on it.
India or something like that. I think they were trying to stop production of it. So maybe they're just cutting down on stuff and resources so that they can focus more on the PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the problem though, because PS3 and PS4 and Vita is all tied into the same network. If you had PlayStation Plus on the PS3 all the way back to 2010 or 11. You want to have that membership so you can play your game. So they can't stop that membership on PS3. Yeah. I mean, what they're going to do? Just take all your games away on PS3, all your Plus games, if they ever ended it on PS3. So.
Well, what they'll do is offer some kind of way that you can transfer them, and whenever they decide to stop doing the 3, and probably make some way for you to be able to switch them to a newer system. If they do that, you know, some way, I don't know how, but some way they're trying to do. Maybe they'll try to do that just in case.
Yeah, probably. But hey, Netflix and Hulu, WWE Network, Crackle, and all that jazz. So If nothing else, it's a Roku box. A damn
Yeah.
good.
The Roku box.
I love my Roku.
Hey, Bill's got a Roku box, Ravenous. He bought him a Roku box.
That's right.
It's cool. I like it. It's all right.
Sweet. Yeah, I've heard a lot about those before. I actually thought about seeing if my grandmother would get one of those because I'm like, why in the piss are you even paying for cable like you are? Why don't you just go ahead and get this? But whatever.
It's good though, man.
It's cheaper. I guess it's just leaned towards more of the new generation. I guess kind of a new age thing. But you know, internet TV is a lot cheaper, and you put things in your watch list, and you always got something to watch. You know, build that up.
Well, it's
Television shows on cable are doing better than ever nowadays. That's because of Netflix and Hulu taking half the market away.
And putting their
That's why
their episodes up online as well, especially leaking it out before it's actually supposed to air. They end up grabbing viewers like that because that's one of the things that I'm learning in my broadcasting class this year is basically how TV networks run and the various ways that they go about putting out programming and the timing and the scheduling and the audience and advertising and money and just the whole 9 yards, man. So yeah, and I've also been writing papers for it as well. So yeah, I'm learning a lot about that industry, and I think it's pretty interesting on how they'll go and do the things that they do to be able to really try to keep the audience intrigued.
I know. I wish I took that up in school. I mean, you were right about that, Ravenous, when you texted me last week and said, "Man, you should have took up video editing in school." You're right, 'cause that's what I love to do. I love making videos and all that stuff. But I always looked at it as a hobby. But yeah, I would love to jump in that field and never say never.
yeah.
Yeah.
You do a good
You
job.
could end up becoming big and famous like PewDiePie and make $7.4 million in 1 year.
I got my 46th subscriber on YouTube today, so I was very happy about that.
Awesome.
I'm hoping like a year from now I'll have maybe 100 subscribers. 2 years from now I'll have 200 subscribers. Because the more subscribers you get, the more views you'll get, obviously. Then you have a good foundation. So I think I can have some success on YouTube if I stick with it and just wait, like a year or two, let my fan base build up, and eventually, hopefully, I'll get there. If not, it's just a hobby. I just enjoy doing it. I don't expect people to sit there and watch me sing. It's just something I always wanted to do. It's for, like, family and friends. Like, if I have a girl come to the house, I'm like, hey, watch this silly concert of me singing. And she'll laugh her ass off if she don't fall asleep. So either way, I'm happy. If it works out, cool. If not, it's just a hobby. It's just entertainment.
Well, it's like I told you that the other night, dude. That's what it's for, man. It's for you and what you do. No matter how many views you get, how many subscribers you get, man. That's your memories right there. They can't take that away unless YouTube shuts down. You've always got them. So anytime you find that female and you have your page and show them all your videos, crazy stuff you done, man, they see that kind of that side of you really that they can actually see rather than just you telling them. I mean, it can only help out. Yeah, only can really help out.
Right. I kind of wish I changed the name of my show to Brandon's Comedy Show, but Brandon's YouTube show is, I guess, better. But because I didn't want to have that YouTube title in there, I just couldn't think of nothing else. Just in case YouTube ever did shut down or change their name. But if that ever happened, I would change it to Brandon's Comedy Show, even though it's not that funny.
Brandon's Comedy Show.
No, it's good. It's good, dude. It's YouTube, but by YouTube means anything. Your show can have anything, whether it's singing, comedy, seriousness, whatever.
Right. That's why I use the word YouTube, so it could be entertainment/comedy. Like that way, if I'm not very comedic, I could at least be entertaining or talk or whatever. If I call it the comedy show, people expect it to be, funny. It's supposed to be a comedy show, but it's not at the same time. It can go either way. I just do whatever. But Bill, you should try you one out, man. Bill's Comedy Show. That'd be hilarious.
I'm not funny. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am
funny. People love you, man. People love you.
Dude,
Did you see what David said on Facebook? He said, "Hey, I watched that episode with you and Bill, and you guys cracked me up." Did you see that comment?
No, I have to check it out.
Yeah, he was loving that stuff, So.
Dude, and that's why I tell Ravenous, man, he's got to get over here, his butt out here one night with us and do a show with us while we over here, man. Do one together where we all three of us are together, man. And put it up on our page. You know, I mean, that's what we got to do. I know it's kind of a little bit late when we can all get together, but we got to try to do what we can do. But
I'll try to get off. I'll try to get off work early one Saturday. We planned this out, and obviously not this weekend, you know, but because you know, Ravenous got some special interests, but you know, maybe in a few weeks or so, you know, I can get off work early, maybe do something like that. I don't know, but Bill, I appreciate that comment you gave me last week. You said I reminded you of Vince McMahon with my views on some of my videos. I really appreciate that, man. That really fed my ego, man. So I appreciate it, dude.
That's TeamB, man. That's what we do.
Genetic jackhammer.
You saw my Frank Sinatra documentary upload with 4,500 views. You're like, dude, you Vince McMahon promoting this shit. I was like, oh man, not. But I appreciate that, you know. I prefer Ted Turner, but thanks. Well, Vince is a better wrestling promoter. Ted was just a businessman, you know. Yeah, but you're right. He was a promoter. But yeah, that's what I do. I try to promote the hell out of it. I need to share it in these groups that I'm in too. That's just me being lazy. But yeah, I need to do that more. So, but tagging people, trending it, having it on Twitter, trending. You know, I do that shit. You know, hashtag on Twitter. That helps.
That's right. If you
I share it on Google Plus, even though there's nobody on Google Plus but us and a few others.
Yeah.
Google Plus just sucks, man. I mean, I'm glad they got the Hangouts here, but you know, dude, it's not that it's not that popular. There's nothing on here for you to do. You join a circle, and then that's it. You know.
I have to jump on Skype.
Yeah, Skype's good. But
right.
We didn't figure out if Skype will record yet.
We have to I have to figure out how to screen share to where I can bring in Skype calls and stuff like that. I've seen it done, but I think I have to have 2 PC monitors hooked up to the same computer. I'm not sure about that, you know. So the only share I can do is on here, the screen share on here, but there is a way to do it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean that'd be cool. That's why I said to get Ravenous over here. Have us, you know, got a good shot where we could do it, where all 3 of us could be together and film, man. Do it pretty good. And he's got his channel, get it going and get it up and going, and have some good content, man. Promote his right when we do our stuff, man. We could do that, you know, and feature it on our page and stuff. You know, get it up and going and get it good to go. It'll be, you know, turn out really good.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, turn out real good.
That's right, Ravenous. That means you got to get some kind of get some content up, personal content up.
Yeah, I've really been getting some things in mind. Especially, I've been thinking about one of these specific things, a specific type of video series that I want to start called "You Know What I Hate," and it's just something that you can randomly think of that you really do hate. Like I ended up doing a video about people who don't know how to use their turn signals and they just hit the brakes and you almost ran into the back of them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I made a video of that, and I don't even know if I still have it on my phone or not. I put it up here on my desktop, and I was trying to see if there was some way that I could put it on Facebook, but for some reason it wasn't doing it.
It's from where?
It was from my phone.
Yeah, put it on YouTube, bro.
Drag it over. Can't you drag it over from your plug your phone into the computer, get the file, and drag it onto your computer?
Oh yeah, that's what I did.
And it still wouldn't upload?
Nah, but I think maybe it was just Facebook being an idiot that day.
Yeah, okay. YouTube's a lot easier. You just click upload and drag it over. A lot easier. But all you have to do is take a pen, paper, write down a couple of ideas, 5 ideas, or topics you want to talk about, bullet points. That's all you got to do. Like I want to do like a Sony rant, talk about something at work or something with road rage. There's 3 topics right there you can jump right in. See, that's all you got to do. Then you won't get lost on camera. So don't despair. Just write it down if you have to. Because I love to see it. I love to see Ravenous start a channel up. It'd be awesome. It'd motivate me. We motivate each other. We're NXT right now. NXT stream. Maybe we can go to a higher stream one day. But yeah, more the merrier.
And exactly. And you can do whatever kinds of like Brandon does. We do TeamB. Brandon's TeamB does his philosophy ones, and he does his YouTube show. And like me, I do TeamB. I do just talking with Bill Mack. That's my rants. Those are my rants that I deal with. Like, I did one of drive-thrus, how crappy drive-thrus are. I did one called, Will you slow down? Will you slow down, please? For people when you're trying to drive and are riding the ass of your vehicle, wanting you to speed up. I talked about that.
I could play it for you right now if you want to hear it. I just found it. It has some foul language in it because I was very upset.
Well, see, those are that's how come using your voice recorder app on your phone always comes in handy, because then even if you don't want to do a video clip, you can do an audio clip and just put a picture in it. You know, that's how we basically did we did our stuff, because I got one called Real Talk that is just like advice, like you know, or discussing relationships, staying positive, be careful choices. You know, I talked about my ex. Then you do Bill Mack Live, which I done that one. That's just singing, me singing, and then like I said, talking to Bill Mack. That's basically my rants, like technical difficulties I had with like cell phone signal. I talked about cell phone signal, how crappy it is, and you know, trying to download stuff and you get no signal. So just stuff like that, you can branch it out. Me and Brandon branch our stuff out, you know, pretty good. And we have like 3 or 4 different, you know, sections of videos that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I told you, Bill. I said, you know, wait a year from now, you'll have more views on your videos. So don't despair.
Yeah, I'm not worried about this. It makes me happy just to put it out there. If I'm just talking to somebody, you know, even if I have 5 views, if somebody out of 5 liked it and it actually helped them or made them think, then that's what counts, man. It ain't what the number is. To me, it's the effect that those that watch it have, or if it has any effect on them. That's what counts for me. So I'm cool with the views. I get what I get.
Well, yeah, I'm happy either way. I love to get views, but if I didn't, I don't care. Like my concert, it didn't get that many views, but I predicted that. You know, who wants to, you know, watch that? But I did that for my own personal entertainment. But yeah, I want to focus more time in TeamB Presents, lift this show up, get it 60 views in 2 days or whatever. You know, my YouTube show's already got 20 views. That's not bad for 6 hours when I uploaded it. Well, about 12 hours now. But yeah, 20 views so far, not bad. But I want to lift up TeamB Presents. I might kind of do away with the philosophy show because, you know, I have to be in a certain mood to do that. Nobody's really, you know, watching them, so I might just save that kind of content for talks or whatever and just focus on TeamB. Start doing some more covers, music covers, because I really enjoy, you know, singing and things like that. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but the YouTube show's staying, TeamB staying, and I want to do a gaming show with Rabbin sometime. Like we could do like a hangout, talk gaming like Greg and Colin do. That'd be awesome, you know. Sometime.
Absolutely.
We just have to dedicate a lot of time to it. You know, that's the problem. When you run multiple shows, you know, it's a big responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, we could get our own little company up and going called Kinda Stupid and rival Kinda Funny.
There you go. But you know that political organization on the internet, the Young Turks. I was gonna copy them and call it the Young Jerk, and that was gonna be like my little opinions.
The Young Turks.
I was gonna watch news clips and, you know, have my little snarky comments about it and call it the Young Jerk or something like that. But yeah, I was gonna rip them off. I thought about it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll just save it for TeamB. I'll make a playlist here. We just nitpick videos sometime, and, you know, or I'll do it myself. It don't matter. But because I always wanted to do something like that. But
and there's nothing wrong with that. We master getting it perfected to where we can have it, you know, doing it before. It's gonna turn out good, man. I mean, that's what we want to do. Is we want it to evolve. We want it to get bigger and bigger, you know, and branch out rather than just, you know, but I enjoy the talks. It's just adding that feature in there too, where we just like we talk and then we just do the videos and stuff. I mean, that's a good thing. Have our comments, because we're still doing the same thing, but we're using individual random topics in order to kind of sprout off conversations. So
I wanted to do that tonight, a playlist, but it would have took too much time to get it ready. And like I said, I woke up from a nap. It was just too late. So, yeah, I got to come up with a damn playlist and shit. I'll try to come up with some controversial / funny videos. You know, we just watch a clip, you know, watch a portion of it, be like, oh, look at that stupid motherfucker. You know, I'll react, you react, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Things like, yeah. Because that'd be hilarious. Because the last two we did was entertaining. The one where we had Adele and the one before that where we were just watching clips, that was entertaining.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And a good just a basic, normal conversation like we're having right now is also good. I was thinking about naming this video Sharpies and Frauds because we were talking about that earlier, but I'm just trying to think of a damn name. If you guys have any suggestions, that'd be great. Because, you know, Bill, it's your show too, so if you could think of a name, that'd be great. You know, I was thinking Sharpies and Frauds and use like a homeless person thumbnail or something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking. You know, it probably won't even be that. Probably be some girl with her tits hanging out so we can get some views.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. That's Vince McMahon at his finest promoting right there. Just pop a woman in the front.
What my YouTube show thumbnail had today, it was just some Buddhist tent. See, I'm not always about the titties and stuff.
I know that, dude. Nobody's saying you are, man. I'm just saying
it's funny to pop. That's just a plug,
man.
Every 5 episodes, I'll do that as a plug. You know, plug people in. And then when they get to know me, they can see, you know, what really reflects what. But yeah, that Buddhist tent was funny because I wanted to put Brandon's YouTube show on top of the tent. Like, that's supposed to be the show. Like, you walk in there type of thing. And, but, you know, don't matter.
It's going to be cool, man. Whatever we pick, because we always, like, different, you know, we always end up with, now this is TeamB show? Is that what this one is?
Yeah.
Okay. I should make sure. I hate it. I missed the intro. Man. I'm trying to.
Let's guess, JP. I'm not putting Rabbit in spectre. I'll run out of character space. So. Yeah. I would guess JP if he wants me to, or unknown guest, or whatever. You know, it don't matter. Yeah. But yeah, them gaming clips I do are pretty good, but they don't get many hits, unfortunately. Like them fights me and Super Angel had on Dead or Alive.
I check them out. I know that. Well, you knew that. You would know that I would check them out though.
Oh yeah, we had fun that night because we were in the party app on PS4. Me and Angel's having some of the best Steve Austin The Rock matches on Dead or Alive, back and forth, and you in the party chat with us, just listening to us talk smack to each other in a nice, competitive, friendly way. Yeah. I was like, you suck, man. Learn how to block. He's like, I can beat you. I was like, no, you can't. JP's like, what the fuck you guys talking about? You know, that shit was awesome. JP was the coach. He's like, go get him. Go get him. I'm not biased. I'm not on anybody's side, but you two do great. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. As long as you're having fun with it, shoot, that's what counts.
If Billy gets the PS4, I'll get him to stream to YouTube because I don't have HD internet. So I'll get Billy to stream, and I'll tie in that way sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work it, man. No problem. I mean, that's why I love an HD, man. I didn't realize this one here's on Manicam, so it's not going to be as clear as, you know, the camera. Because you seen how clear when I did the one that let go, you see how clear that one is, and that's the 16:9 format rather than the 4:3. Turns out really good, man. It's just I can't get this cam is supposed to be at the quality that it needs to be, and I just can't seem to get it because even when I run it through, you know, fixing it, it still doesn't get as HD quality as it should. So,
hey, Billy, new season of Walking Dead this Sunday.
I know. I'm going to be watching. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Is the last season going to be on Netflix?
It's already out.
Yes. Now I can catch up and then wait another year. Awesome.
No, because see, I put them on disc, man. I told you I've got all 5 seasons on disc already. So.
Oh, guess what? I have to work to midnight on Sundays now, so I can watch The Walking Dead at work, hopefully, because I can't really talk about my job here, but basically I'll be able to watch it at 9 o'clock because there won't be nobody around me, anyone around me. So I'll catch up on Netflix and then start watching the new season on AMC. I was watching Fear the Walking Dead marathon last Sunday at work. You know, bits and pieces of it.
Well, I have all 6 episodes on that I'm going to transfer to disc. If you want a copy, just let me know. But I've got all 6 episodes of the first season. Now, it's ending for the season. They won't start back till next year. So it'll be a while before they do it. But, you know, anyway, with The Walking Dead coming out, nobody's really going to care anyway because Walking Dead's going to rule anyway up until next year anyway. So, I won't be too much.
That was just a show to get you hyped up for The Walking Dead.
A lot to be quite honest, I wasn't happy with it. I saw like the first 4 episodes and then I just quit.
Well, you weren't the only one. There was a lot of people with the ratings wasn't, but it's you. And I've told anybody that likes The Walking Dead that hasn't watched Fear, you can't have the same expectation of what Dylan's, because it tells a different story in time. It's like saying, okay, I'm going to watch, let's say there's the movie Gettysburg, awesome movie, and that's a series. And then there's another series that comes on that's the beginning of the Civil War. It may not be as interesting as the series Gettysburg, but only because it's at the very beginning. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same thing. I mean, because the stuff isn't really in full effect because it's at the very beginning. Now, if this series is picked up for a 3rd season, 4th season, I imagine it's going to get better. But for right now, it's not going to be compared to The Walking Dead just yet, because it's just they're introducing you into the characters the first 5 or 6 episodes. That's all it's doing, and it's only a 6-episode season, so you're not really getting a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, the way I thought about it was I was like, well, I understand that it's actually starting out with the whole zombie apocalypse deal going on, but the thing was with me was I was like, well, if they had more interesting characters with more interesting situations and scenarios that was going on, it probably would actually grab me in more. But it seems like it was just a slog episode after episode for me. But another thing, knowing it was only 6 episodes, you kind of think maybe it would actually speed up the process, because the way that it was going, I'm like, okay, well, no one is going kind of slow like this. Maybe they're going to end up having like, I don't know, 15 episodes or something like that. I thought it was probably going to run side by side with Walking Dead, like right after Walking Dead that would come on, or vice versa. But that wasn't the case, and it was just 6 episodes, and I'm like, gosh, here I am through 4 episodes already, and it seems like it really still hasn't grabbed me. Because I was talking to Tanya about that too, and she kind of felt the same way, but she kept watching it. I haven't bothered to ask her about the past 2 episodes, but one of my friends ended up telling me, they said, oh yeah, the last episode was actually pretty good. I'm like, yeah, you know what, that would figure. The moment I start watching, it starts to get really good.
Well, it happens. The first season of The Walking Dead wasn't that interesting. I liked it. Yeah.
But see, its only problem is, Brandon, is that even with the first season, there was already zombies. Already the stuff was happening. Even when Rick came into Atlanta on the horse.
Right.
There was already, he was trying to search his family, but it was a wide variety of people. In Fear the Walking Dead, it's one family. It's just one family. You don't have those Daryls out there. You don't have those Shanes out there. You don't have those Dales out there, or Glenns.
I mean, the asshole. I remember him.
It's just that man's family. That's all that it is this time. It's not going out there and, different people. Now, I imagine if the seasons go on, they'll meet more people, but their whole cast is of that one family unit. So that's kind of the difference why it kind of seems kind of dull, because you're not really getting away with different personalities. You're just having a family with people with problems, like the son is on drugs. He's trying to get off the drugs. Then you have he's with his wife. His ex-wife is there with him too. His son. It's just more drama than it is zombie-ish right now. But I imagine you take season 2 and go on with that. I think it'll pick up a little, because once the outbreak keeps spreading, it'll pick up. Like Ravenous said, it didn't have that. It was slow. Yeah, it was slow. And like you said, I agree with him that they should have, if they were doing this slow, they should have more episodes. But that's all they're doing is giving you a piece of it to kind of get you more. I think this was more of a prologue to the actual series that's coming out. Wait till season 2 comes out. It'll probably be a little bit better.
Yeah. Season 2 of the original Walking Dead was where it picked up. That's where they were on the farm. The farm most of the season. Season 3 was the prison, if I'm not mistaken. And I like that governor. That governor was a good villain. I like when he came back as a baby face and he took in with that family, took care of them, and damn, he had to go right back to his hellish tactics.
And kill Herschel.
He chopped off his head, right? Or
kill my buddy Herschel.
Yeah.
He got his daggum leg chopped off, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
That was Zeus, man. That was Zeus right there. I like Herschel. That was my Zeus when I was watching him. He was an ass kicker, man. He didn't give a fuck, you know. But hey, Bill, you know, here's a funny thought. What if a young John Rambo, a.k.a. Sylvester Stallone, did a zombie apocalypse movie? Couldn't you see Rambo hiding up in the trees in a camo, and he'll come down with that big-ass Rambo knife, go, right in the zombie's head?
I'd love to see that, man.
That was fucking hilarious, man.
When
They should do that in a video game. Because you remember video games back in the day, they had RoboCop versus the Terminator. Remember that? Was that the name of it?
Yeah.
What don't they do? Rambo versus the zombies in the jungle. He'd be climbing up the tree with that Rambo knife, stab him in the head. You know, it'd be awesome. That'd be a great idea. Terminator versus the zombies. You know, you bite the Terminator, it's not going to affect them. So they're shit out of luck. The zombies are, the biters, the walkers, whatever the fuck. They're out of luck. You know.
Yeah.
Well, we can't bite this Terminator. You know, we can't even smell the son of a bitch. You know, they can't even smell him. So he's just going around with a big Gatling gun. Brrr, he'll save the world, dude.
And never run out of bullets, man. He's gonna do the whole series with the same clip he had from the beginning. He's never gonna run out, man. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna shoot it out.
If he did run out of bullets, if they were trying to be realistic, the Terminator, or Rambo, he could put him in the FU or attitude adjustment. Just do him like that, smash him in half. No, put him in the F5. Put Brock Lesnar in The Walking Dead as a character. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That's gonna be a big ass zombie.
You know, that should be hilarious.
He'd be punching heads off. He'd be like, "Yeah, Suplex City, bitch."
Could you see Paul Heyman in The Walking Dead? Don't bite me, zombies. I'm just an advocate. I'm just an advocate.
Yep, that's right.
Don't mess with me. Mess with them. Mess with them. Don't mess with me. You know.
Hey, zombies, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah, exactly. Rick Grimes.
I'm an advocate for the sheriff, Rick. Rick Grimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Carl. Oh man, I watched this funny show. Ravenous, you gotta check it out, man. It's called The Walking Deceased.
Oh yeah, I have that in my Netflix.
Oh, dude,
I haven't finished watching it yet though.
Hey, Bullets, you gotta watch it, man. It takes the guy that he's supposed to be Rick, and his son's name's Carl. His son's name's Chris, but for some reason he keeps calling him Carl. And then you remember Zombieland with Woody Harrelson?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a dude that's supposed to be Woody Harrelson, and the boy that was with him, and two little girls that was with him. They're on there, and there's supposed to be a guy named Daryl that's like Daryl from Walking Dead, except instead of a crossbow, he shoots a dart gun the whole movie. Like he has this little dart gun, looks like a crossbow, and he's shooting at the zombies with that dart gun. And I says, "Why have you got darts?" And he's like, "I'm trying to be serious here." And he's constantly taking the darts out of their heads and stuff and putting them back like Daryl did. And they all are together, man, and they're fighting over who is going to be the leader, whether it's going to be Rick or whether it's going to be the dude from Zombieland. But it's funny, man. It's called and plus too that movie, The Warm Bodies.
Oh yeah.
The boy that's in that, the parody of him is with him as well, so he has to kind of talk to them and make sure they don't kill him, because you remember he's a zombie at the beginning.
Yeah.
So he's talking while he's walking around like a zombie, and he's trying to make sure that people don't kill him before he can turn back human. So it's a funny thing to watch. I watched it the other night.
I haven't finished watching it. I started watching it, but I ain't finished it yet.
He said, Carl. He says, "My name's Chris."
Carl.
My name's Chris, Dad.
I gotta finish watching The Sheik on Netflix, the Iron Sheik documentary.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
It's good, man. What I've seen of it.
It was.
Yeah.
But we almost watched all of it, didn't we, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking over it. I was just in a talking mood that night.
Okay.
I kept picking on the way the Sheik was talking. USA, ha, puh, that shit's just so funny.
Hulk Hogan, you son of a bitch! I'd kick your ass, Hulk Hogan, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, I was telling Bill about that. Yeah, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. I fuck you in the ass. I humble you, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that shit was hilarious, dude. Yeah. I love the Iron Sheik when he gets pissed off and he just sitting there just ranting, you know, I fuck you in the ass, I humble you, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck you, motherfucker, I hate you, Hulk Hogan. You know. USA, ha!
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's end the show on a high note. Starting to hear a little echo, and I think we did pretty good tonight. So appreciate you guys being on here.
Yes.
Appreciate it, Rabbit Inspector, being a guest. And
yes.
Good luck tomorrow. Get you some rest, man, so you have some energy tomorrow.
Good luck.
Send me a text tomorrow. Let me know how it goes, man, if you want to. I know you'd be lost in the moment having fun, but when you get a chance, hit me up. Let me know how your day's going if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Send pictures if you want, man. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, we'll be taking a lot of pictures and videos and stuff and posting them up on Facebook and things like that. But they'll be appropriate ones.
I hope so. Don't start talking like the Iron Sheik, man. In the caption.
I'll fuck you in the ass.
I humble you.
Oh, man.
I'll do that with my girlfriend in the future, but we have it predetermined. We'll plan it out. I'll say, hey, I'm going to act like a jerk on camera. It's just being a character now. And then I'll just, you know, say stuff like that.
All right, done, Tony. Haven't explained.
Yeah. I'm not a womanizer. I don't hurt women. I am
Done,
an
Tony.
anti-feminist because anti-feminists suck.
Go ahead, Tony.
All they do is play the victim card, saying they ain't got no rights and they can't get no jobs. If you're an attractive woman, you can get any job you want. Don't even play that shit. But even a decent-looking woman can get anything she wants. You know, I'm tired of these feminist groups playing the victim card.
You know, here's something that's kind of crazy. I actually heard this in class today. Well, actually yesterday. This is something that actually goes on in the news industry and the broadcasting industry. If you have an old guy in the news industry, they will want to keep the old guy on there because he looks distinguished, because he looks like he's full of wisdom and all this and that. But if you got a woman on there, an older woman, they don't want an older woman on there because they run this whole stereotype of women always have to be beautiful when they're on TV. Now, for example, Frances Whaler, she's old, but she has like a big fan base and she has such a huge following that they won't take her off of like primetime main TV newscast because of that specific reason, because she has this huge following like she does. But usually it kind of goes on that route where if you're an old guy, you get to stay on TV. If you're an old woman, they kind of want to get you off.
Larry King, buddy. Larry King. You know,
exactly.
I love Larry King. He still does shows on Hulu Plus. Larry King now. He has The Walking Dead on there interview. That's why I was talking about American Horror Story with you earlier, Ravenous, because the actress, she was just on Larry King talking about that show. And they showed clips where she had the beard and all that. That was kind of weird, but yeah. I'm going to check that show out eventually. But yeah,
I'm actually finishing up the first episode of the new season tonight, and it is like, holy shit. I'm hoping the whole season is like this with what I've been seeing. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of really what it needs to be, because I'm hoping that this can probably be another season that can kind of knock out season 2 for me, because this is the 5th season, but season 2 was my favorite one thus far, so I'm hoping this one can actually be a favorite one for me, because this first episode seems like it's pretty freaking insane.
Yeah.
You really need to watch Bastard Executioner, because it's freaking amazing.
I heard it was.
It is freaking amazing. Tanya and I are both watching it, and I've been following it ever since. I watched the new episode today because it recorded last night, and I'm like, yep, I freaking love this show. Seriously. I love Sons of Anarchy also. Kurt Sutter did that, and he's also doing this one, so I'm like, yep, definitely sticking with it for sure.
Hey, I watched all of Breaking Bad. Loved it.
Yeah, great show. Great show.
It was, man. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and end the show on a high note. It's already 2 in the morning, and I know you need some rest. And, you know, Bill, you got to work later. So, so we better get off here and be responsible. All right, so it's been fun. I mean, we could talk off camera some, off broadcast a little bit. But anyway, let's go ahead and end this. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for checking us out. If you would, please hit the like button and give us a sub. Appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.